Yo, 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 what's going on, great people and all the great land? You already know what it is. Your guy, Nicholas Wilcox. Your guy, Johnny Knight. Johnny, say what's up to the great people.
I would say this. Nothing like Mrs. Marable coming home, hearing some Jodeci coming from the bathroom, me singing, shaving,
Wait a minute.
cut my hair, you know what I mean? Like that was the highlight of my night so far, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, giving a full-blown Jodeci concert.
I didn't expect
Uh,
that.
yeah, but no, doing good. Hanging on for dear life in every fashion and avenue out here in the world. I see Rob is here, probably ready to talk some shit. I don't blame him. I would be too. What up, Rob? Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. That's definitely, yeah. I feel like you and Nick might be running some backdoor shenanigans here to show up and talk to us, but you know what? It's all love, baby. It's all love. It's all love. Mostly because that picture you got, man. Congratulations to you, though, brother, for sure, man. And go out and represent and kill it. But no, man, it's good, man. It's good. It's Monday. Let's get ready to get to it, man. Let's get ready to get to it. What's up, Haywood? What's up, brother?
You might be right.
Listen. There's a lot of times. Yeah.
I had a bye week, so I was really fortunate to have a bye week. So this week, where things go down. Monday Night Football for Week 14 as we finish it out. We got Eagles, we got Chargers. Monday Night Football, waiver wire, Week 15 for everybody who made the playoffs. Shout out to everybody. Cheers, toast, everybody that's made the playoffs. Whether you had a bye week or you're going to be fighting for dear life the rest of the way, you made it. Let's rock and let's celebrate a little bit because it takes a lot of time and anguish to get this far most times. And it's going to take even more of that to make sure you finish strong as the road to winning the championship continues, baby. Without further ado, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 200 subs. Let's get there, people. Tell all your friends and family about your favorite fantasy football homeboys in the chat. One more thing before we go on. Catch your boy tonight, 9 p.m. EST, Sirius XM Radio with Bob Harris and the gang. We about to be out here, 9 p.m. EST. Boy out here about to get it done. So shout out to Bob Harris and the crew and everybody that always shows us love, and we appreciate it. Definitely tell all your friends and family they want to hear a little bit more of my voice tonight, 9 p.m. EST, Sirius XM Radio.
What if I just want to like it because I'm like, I don't want to hear your voice, but I'll just like it and retweet it and give you all the love. What about
that's
that?
Okay too. my face is just as good. I mean, like,
oh man.
But yeah, bro, we about to break it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Road to a championship, Johnny. You got any advice in general for people that are getting set up right for their upcoming runs? You got any little, general advice, general notes?
Yes, just a few little dimes for sure to throw out there is I think like if you're feeling good about your situation, be aware of like what your opponent has going on, be aware of stuff that's happening next week or potential matchups for next week. Go out there, grab that. Like if you still have fab, like obviously like go make that happen. You've been holding on to waiver wire priority claims, like in some leagues, like I know I have, do that for sure. If your opponent obviously lost a player, like, a Daniel Jones, like this is a great time to go pick up another quarterback, for sure. Even if you don't need it, right? Like, because like I said, like I think I was talking about it a few weeks ago, you're basically playing DFS now. At this point, it's obviously one and done. I know some leagues have it where it's a 2-week playoff scenario. So like if that's the case, then, next week's obviously a pretty big one and you obviously have to play for upside for sure. Pay attention to those flex spots, know what's going on, be ready to pivot, be ready to maneuver. If there was ever a time to be glued to your phone and turn your notifications on, I would say it's absolutely this week for sure, man, because this is, to quote WCW, this is where the big boys play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. Waiver wire week 15, right? I guess some general advice for me really is, yeah, we playing for keeps now. So whatever you analyze your opponent's, matchup, the players they have, look at the waiver wire and find out what they are weak at and try to keep that at bay. You got extra roster spot or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that and find out, okay, like, look, this guy's strapped a receiver. Like, let's just let's just pick up another receiver anyway, so they don't have other options in case something happens. Or if they want to play the matchups or whatever, people love the horde defenses and stuff. Like, I'm not going to recommend that highly, but I'm going to recommend it to the point of if there's a good defense out there, stash them if you can. So your other doesn't have as many options. So yeah, that's why it's all about chess now, baby. It's all about making those kill shots and those sniper moves now. But that being said, waiver wire week 15, we're gonna get this started. So following quarterbacks below. Now some of these guys, retread obviously. It's gonna be availability based on the league. Did I just hear about Phillip Rivers getting into the facility about 15 minutes before we got on in Indianapolis? Like, is that really a thing? Is he going to be the guy? Or what's up with this? Like,
nah.
He's back. Kids, wild.
Yeah, he's back, baby. He's back. Nah. They said it's just that, man. He's just in the facility and don't cost the Colts nothing. It is what it is. We'll see how he looks. And I can't even believe this is the space that we're in right now, man. I know my man Ben Roethlisberger's just been out there knocking down beers left and right, so he ain't got no time for this. But Phillip Rivers is a good, clean-cut Christian man. You know what I mean? Probably been working out, coaching football, doing all that stuff, man. So shout out to Phil Rivers, though, man. I'm a low-key hater, man, for anybody that's over the age of 40, not named LeBron James out there still able to do it, man. So
I can't, Well, yes, DFS is just like now DFS for sure. Yes, you definitely want to block your opponents and drop any dead weight that you got. But yeah, look, quarterback here. Not very sexy, and we're gonna have to find out, the situation that's going down with the Jets situation and obviously the Indianapolis situation. Those are pretty much, I would say, for deeper formats. But all the guys, look, Shador Sanders came out and cooked 364 yards passing against a really vaunted Cleveland Browns defense. That's something to be noteworthy of. Got to keep a note of if Jaden Daniels is going to be playing this week. I know Washington just looks like they're just going to keep on throwing him out there regardless. Mariota still might be owned, but something to keep in mind. Bryce Young coming off the bye here. I know CJ Stroud is still out there in a couple of leagues. So where are you going with all these? Trevor Lawrence still here because I still think he's not highly owned enough in some leagues, especially what he's been doing lately. So who you got, Johnny? What you got? For us?
I'm gonna go with the sexy names here, man. I think this is what it is. I'm gonna go with the sexy names, and again, based off of matchups. CJ Stroud has got the Cardinals. We already know what that is, man. You know what I mean? They just limping through. Jonathan Gannon might be he might be the same way as Raheem. You know what I mean?
I'm not ready to go there. Look, the only reason why is a side note. The only reason why I'm not ready to go there just yet is because I still think Arizona has been in situations where it's been one possession games. The only other times they've been blown out was obviously against, teams in their division, which obviously goes against you because the way you got manhandled is definitely something to feel about. But I feel also in a way that most times the Cardinals, since Brissett has been starting, it's been one possession games they've lost by. So,
I feel like we do this song and dance almost every week. And that's cool. You look around, man, they ain't getting ready to catch the Rams no time soon. They ain't catching the 49ers no time soon, right? They ain't catching the Seahawks. So, they the Cleveland Browns of that division out west. But anyway, it's him, and then obviously Trevor Lawrence is the other direction I go against the wayward Jets. That's where I'm at right now. I think a lot of these other names that are on this list pose more questions than answers. Yes, Shador absolutely did light it up last week, but don't look now. But yet again, Trevor Lawrence with yet another top 10 fantasy finish. So like he's low key on a heater as far as like top 10 fantasy performances and finishes. And then CJ Stroud, like it didn't look great last night. Like he was ball, dude. He's the reason why my parlay didn't hit actually, as I go kind of off beat, man. But I was like looking at my parlay, I went Stroud, like I told you, like this was what I did before we went offline, man. And I was like, this is money. Of course, he comes like 20 yards short. I think 220 is what I had him for. So 18 yeah, in the second half, man. In the second half, right? In the second half,
-2 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, second half.
-2 yards in the third quarter alone.
Second half was bad. Second half was definitely bad. But yeah, like so, I think like yeah, if Trevor Lawrence is out there, man, like that's your guy. Like that's the guy right now. Like I don't think it's even close, man.
Okay, understood. I think I'm in agreement with that. If he's still out there, it's like 53% of he's available in 47% of sleeper leagues. So it'll depend on what you got out there. I guess Tyler Shuck to me, someone that stands out a little bit just because of the way he's been playing lately. Starting to look like the actual guy for New Orleans moving forward, like in general. So remains to be seen how it goes. I just like the way his ability, to scramble and stuff, obviously, versus some of the other options it will have. The Jets QBs obviously can do that too, but we just don't know what. First of all, we still don't know who's going to start. We don't know if Tyrod Taylor is healthy, and even if he is not healthy, will they still start him? Or will Justin Fields be in the fray? Will we see Brady freaking cook again? Like, who knows? A lot of questions to answer. But obviously, Shador is someone I'm thinking about just like as well as like a secondary option. Like if you're in a really bad pinch for quarterback, and Shador's still out there, that's somewhere I'm like, okay, like you can convince me on that. Because he's not going to start the rest of the season according to Browns brass. So remains to be seen how it goes. I mean, look, 364, 3 scores through the air. Now against the Chicago defense that we know is will give up a ton of yardage, but they'll make they're an opportunistic defense. So we'll see. I think at least for next week, I think Shador Sanders is definitely in play. And we'll just have to see how things shake out. Anything else? That's right.
The only side note I'll throw out to Tyler Shuck, and like it just looks like, man, Jesus, cold in here. It just looks like that he just does a really good job, man, or has been playing some of his best ball against division opponents. Is what it looks like. He did have a top 10 finish against the Panthers when they played in Carolina in week 10, and obviously he's coming off the week 7 performance. So I think that's just something just to kind of note as far as Tyler Shuck goes.
Agreed. To the running backs we go. Now, obviously, first one is going to indicate how the injury report is going to go for Devon Achane. But your guy, Jalen Wright. Shout out UT.
Yeah. Shout out you. Yeah, shout out UT, man. I'm kind of down in the dumps right now, man. Like they got beat by Vandy. Why they got beat by Vanderbilt, man? Like, what are we doing? The basketball team is out here sucking, man. Like, what's really happening, dog? Like, like I'm a VFL, yeah, I'm a ball for life, bro. But like, damn, dog, like it's got to be like that.
Said I love it, yo. It is a bad.
I was like, look, damn, like y'all started off the season right. Y'all out there getting beat by Carmelo Anthony's boy and stuff. Like, what's really going on, man? Anyway, like this is not the sexiest group of running backs you'll see. Like one lineup, man, yesterday, I think maybe it was my Fans Classic qualifier, dude. I looked at my roster and I was like, this is gross. I was like, this is gross. This even goes back to the preseason when I was like, man, just imagine having 2 pair of Saints in your lineup. And I actually had Devin Hill, Chris Olave, and I had to stream Tyler Shuck because Bryce Young of all people was on a bye in a Superflex league. So it was gross. The guy
bad options last week.
Wow, Superflex, like I love it because it makes you do some dirty stuff.
Get some hair in your chest.
It makes you dirty. It makes you dirty. Like, no doubt, bro. Yeah, the guy that I would say that like would be the best option would be Bam Knight based off volume, but he's got the Texans, so I think we want to stay far clear of that. But what about Blake Corum, man? Like he got bought up last week, and it was like Blake Corum or Devin Neal, and we were like, let's go, let's stay with Devin Neal. But man, Blake Corum, bro,
100-yard rushing on his bro. It was more of a split than I think we've seen all year.
Yeah,
between him and Kyron.
Yeah, and I talked about it Sunday.
Scary.
But I talked about it on Sunday.
128 yards on the ground. Yeah, 12 carries.
But Kyron, the Rams' rushing attack has been pretty good against the Cardinals just over the last handful of years, and you've seen Kyron on the first couple series, and you're like, damn, it's looking like it's getting ready to be that again. And then when they started working in Blake Corum, it's like, oh boy, so now he's gonna get in on the action, right? So I mean, I don't mind Blake Corum at all. They're probably gonna be in a shootout because they got the Lions next week, man, and what should be a pretty good game, man. I think obviously we know there should be some points scored. So the old Stafford and Goff trade again, possibly a preview of NFC playoff game, possibly.
We can see this again.
Yeah, I think so. But those are the two names that really pop for me. Obviously, like I said, I rostered Devin Neal in a couple spots. Just because I've been a fan of his since he was in Kansas, and obviously he had a pretty solid game this week. But if I had to pick at this point, the rest of the season, I mean, the other thing too is, golly, man, he's been gone so long. Trey Benson, does he come back and steal some of Bam Knight's thunder? I think Alvin Kamara is probably going to be on the shelf for the rest of the year. So I'm probably going to go Devin Neal, man. Again, in this group, followed by Blake Corum is probably going to be my play, man.
I think it's strictly based on matchup at this point. It's not that we don't like Blake Corum. It's just all it takes is that 1 week where you start him for your postseason playoff line, and it's then it goes kind of back to the game script gets out of hand, so then Kyron takes more of the snap usage, and then we don't see the grind of Blake Corum. You got to play him for one of your leagues. So it's just one of those things. If I have Neal, gets Carolina this week, then gets the Jets, and then Tennessee. So, I mean, from a usage perspective, and then if we expect Alvin Kamara not to be back for the rest of the year, I would totally have Devin Neal still moving forward rest of the season as well, just based on matchups. But Blake Corum has really he's you can't take me off the field yet. Can't take me off the field yet, homie. So that's where it kind of goes. But yeah, the rest of these guys here, it's Chris Rodriguez and stuff, but it's it's again, running back's just weird at the end of the year. That's why you always want to try to load up as many ones as possible. So you can just take advantage of the matchups and move forward. So that's all I got there. Yo, what up, Tip? What's happening, my guy?
What up, big dog? What up?
Talk about big names, Talk about too busy for us. Talk about Hollywood in the house. Tip major. But yeah, we appreciate
what y'all talking about, man. I'm out here Tito and Jermaine. My name Tito / Jermaine.
Hey, yo. Good Lord, yo.
Oh man.
Yo. Okay, about that line from Rush Hour, bro. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito.
I guess I'll be more. I'm more Jermaine. You know what I mean? Cut. What up, bro? What up, Tip? You already know what it is.
Oh man, yo, I can't. Yeah, don't get me started about this. I don't even want to talk about that game. Just trash. Just pure trash. Every time. Wow. Good Lord. I can't with y'all. Yo, come on. You're invited on here. You're invited on here. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, yeah, yeah, McVay owes you. Yeah. Hey, he patty whapped y'all. Just like he predicted though, too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He predicted like 20 points. Yo. It's like, damn.
Literally. Everybody but Steven Jackson, literally.
Yo. Yeah, let's get Tip on here. Shoot, why not?
Let's do it.
Okay, so receivers we go. Why look to get Tip on here? But Johnny, take it away.
Yeah, so wide receivers, we were fighting about this before we got on here, so that's probably the reason why it casually got passed to me here, because there's
no.
Yeah. Listen, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Now you accuse me of avoiding things.
Oh,
you must not know me very well.
Oh well, I'm pretty sure we did have a conversation. There's a group of receivers here, and it's
Johnny didn't like some of the recommendations that were on here. Continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't.
And some of these guys deserve to be on here. Go ahead.
You're right, and I still don't. So go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, like I think looking at this group here, like a couple of the guys that stick out for me, obviously, is Flannery, depending on what's going on with CeeDee Lamb, because that's really going to suck for CeeDee Lamb owners. We don't even know if it's even good for George Pickens owners at this point, because maybe George Pickens goes George Pickens again. But Flannery, Jake Ferguson, obviously guys that are going to benefit. But like obviously, if you need a receiver, you got him. Christian Kirk, Jaden Higgins. Again, like it wasn't anything to write home about last night. Stroud, he had an opportunity, man. He missed Kirk on one that was a big time throw that probably could have went for 6. One of the guys, like Devon Vele, is just a guy that, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just haven't subscribed to him. I know he's had a couple of moments and instances where things have popped for him, but like, I don't subscribe to it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't subscribe to it. Dontavian Wicks, like, I feel like he is the guy that really is like the odd man out, like for me on this with Jaden Reed being back and Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs. Like, there's a lot of mouths to feed. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe there's better options out there, or maybe like he is the best option that's out there. But I just think like, I think like we could do better than him.
Like
Hodgett,
who's available?
Bro, honestly, I would take anybody else on this list over Dontavian Wicks, to be real. Like, literally. Like,
why is he still on?
No. See, America, welcome to my life.
I literally took him off the list before I got on here.
No, we talked about this last night, and I said,
took him off.
No, we talked about this last night, and I said, yep. I said, I'll say it once. I said, I'll say it twice.
I literally took
him
off
before you. I said at that point, no. And I said at that point, I said, I'm just like, I'm not even going to say anything. Like, I'm just
when you said that, I was like, I took him off. I'm just going to become
a sarcastic asshole. Is what's going to happen. And I was like, he's like, who do you not like? I was like, Dontavian Wicks. Like, Dontavian Wicks.
Yeah, and once you said, I literally took him off.
I was like, I said, okay, all right. So he's giving me ammunition to go in. Cool. All right, I love it. I literally removed him before that. I don't know how he got back on here. He's the only one that creeped back on here. Thank you, America. Oh my God. Yeah. So like for him, like there's that, and then Luther Burden. We'll have to see, right, man. We'll have to see what that situation is. It's looking more and more like every week, man. Like the Bears passing attack. It's not looking as sexy every week. Sean. It's not. So I don't know how I feel about him, man. And then obviously the Jets pass catchers, Adonai Mitchell, like we don't know who's going to be playing quarterback, and we don't know what that's going to look like. So I think there's a lot of question marks in that space. Jalen Coker, I don't mind him at all. Like I'm cool with him. I think like he kind of finds himself in the same situation as some of the Houston Texans pass catchers from like a volume side of things. Like it's a condensed offense as far as passing goes. The only time it's really assertive and really aggressive is if obviously game script like predicts that. But Tim Patrick is one guy that like it's starting to click. Like it's not Tim Patrick, excuse me. I was talking about Pat Bryant. Tim Patrick's another guy that like I'm just not a big fan of. And I think like that's a little bit different than some of these other pass catchers, just because like there's a lot of different guys. Like the guy that shall remain nameless, who goes by three letters. You have him. You have Jacoby Myers. Like he's
you
just
can't say his name anymore.
No,
really?
no, I'm not even gonna say it. No, man, because we're officially in the playoffs.
He scored a touchdown this past week, though.
I don't care. I don't like him. He literally is the reason why like I'm not going to make it into my home league playoffs. So like I don't care about him. But yeah, Pat Bryant, like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Pat Bryant, and like Adam Thielen's like I get it, like for sure, but like it's still going to take a lot more convincing, like for me, like as far as like Adam Thielen goes, to be like a viable fantasy option in an offense. It's just like obviously I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but like it's going to take a lot of convincing for me to say that like Adam Thielen is a viable fantasy asset. I mean, yeah, what do we got here? 73 yards, 9 catches. All right, like cool, but like that's against who? The Baltimore Ravens, and that's like on the Pittsburgh Steelers' best day. Maybe he's a league winner. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. You know, like just not. I guess I'm a jerk. What can I say? What up, big dog? What up?
What is the deal, man? How are you guys, man?
Good, bro. Good.
Don't be trying to call me out and say, "Hey, man, you don't come on. You're too busy for me. Too busy for that." No, you let me know. You let me know.
I just want to bait you.
Hey,
come on.
Look. Oh, this was a bait. Oh, so this is you threw the lure out there, and you got the fish. Oh wow.
I love it.
What's up, fellas?
Great to see you, brother.
See it, brother.
Look. You know what, man? I woke up in such a great mood today, and not necessarily because you know a couple of my fantasy teams didn't make it to the playoffs. It's because the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I got you.
I got a new song for them. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch, oh witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Man.
It's OV, bro. It's OV. It's OV for them boys, man. Yo, the Dolphins got the same records as them dudes, man, and that's crazy.
Bro.
That's crazy.
I got my Christmas present 2 weeks early. I love it.
Love it. Oh,
shit, man. We're breaking out waiver wires here. Johnny has a problem with some of these receivers on this list.
Okay.
Who we got a problem with on this list and why?
Who we got? A.D. Mitchell, John Mechie, Coker. Tim Patrick, I got a problem with.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Adam Thielen. Come on, man. Like,
thank you. Dog, thank you.
Is
the reason why I bring these guys up.
Okay, Flournoy is there. Okay, I missed him. Okay,
Tim Patrick, yes. It's a situation that is in flux. He's not someone you're going to probably want to start this week. He's someone that you're just going to want to probably stash. Depending on what league size you're in, like you got to stash some of these guys. Adam Thielen, I understand, new team, this. But again, the lack of weapons in Pittsburgh, like, you can't tell me he doesn't at least deserve a spot on like deep on your waiver wire bench for a 14-team league.
I mean, if we're at 14, 16, like, yeah.
If we're talking 8 or 10, obviously not. But it's like, you know, again, some of these names are league dependent. You know what I'm saying? It's because the waiver wires are definitely scarce. So that's why you got to put some of these guys on here. Like,
I like it then if that's the case. Because, I mean, you're right. You don't know how many people leagues you're looking at. But I personally,
jerk face moment coming in. All right. If it's a 14-team league, then we need to have more running backs.
Well, wait, but this is wide receivers, right?
Yeah, but like if it's a 14-team league, like it's very shallow at running back, right? And like running back is typically like a spot where like, all right, like if you're gonna want to stash down the road,
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. That's all I'm saying, man. That's it. Like, if it's a 12-team league, like, nah, like, these ain't the guys, man. Like, in a 12-team league, nah.
But out of that wide receiver list, if you are relying in week 15 on Tim Patrick and Adam Thielen, good luck. Like,
right.
I mean, and if you're picking them up, then damn, you got lucky making it into the playoffs. I mean, unless you got like CeeDee Lamb or something like, one of these guys, and it's a really, really deep league. I can understand because we don't know, but man, oof, if you are relying on those two, oof.
Brother. I'm glad you decided to tune in tonight. Thank you, brother Tip. Thank you.
It's an information thing. Like, you gotta name some of these guys out here. Like,
oh shit.
He's like, thank you, brother Tip. Now he sound like he's in the congregation.
Brother Tip. Thank you, brother Tip.
It's the pass the collection plate.
That's it. The church's money out here, baby.
I thought it was a trash can. There ain't no trash can.
Yes. Oh, shoot. Oh, here we go. We go.
All right.
So what about you, man? What about you? Who's your guy on here, Nick?
For receivers, the guy I'll probably talk about here really comes down to, what you need. I think Jalen Coker's in that spot. Jalen Coker is a guy that's really, I was on, but more about like needed his role to keep on developing. And for a while, I didn't think it was going to happen. But literally, he's a wide receiver too in Carolina. It's just more about the way Carolina has been passing the football constantly throughout the season. It's just been up and down, game script dependent, stuff like that. But at least with Jalen Coker, at least we know he's a possession receiver in the offense. And from there, it's like you got to just figure out how the matchups go. So I like Jalen Coker on this list. He's probably someone that's going to be out there because he's coming off the bye, and he's someone that you could just pick up and potentially start this week.
Dig that. I don't mind him, man. Like, I actually do like him for sure. I think, like, again, like, I think it's very similar to the Texans situation, man, where it's just like the volume is minimal, but like obviously, like, he's going to get some volume there, man. If they're going to throw it 18 times, man, he's going to get, 4 or 5 targets, which is actually a lot, like, in the grand scheme of things, if you think about a team that's not throwing the ball that much. But it'll be interesting for me, like, for him coming down the stretch, because, again, like, Carolina Panthers are in a situation where they have the opportunity to take that division. And it should be interesting coming down the stretch, as we were talking about last night. I think them and them and the Bucks? Yeah, them and the Bucks play each other twice. So he could be somebody that does help you win a chip, man. So for the first time all night, we've agreed, man.
Look, I think Coker definitely belongs on here. What I like about it is he's in a situation where he has to win. Like, the team has to win. They can't just, they're not like the Patriots, even though the Patriots this week have a game coming up on week 15 that's very important. But they're not one of these teams that are just already in. They've got to fight to keep themselves in. So I like that. And then he's going against New Orleans next week. I like that too. Even though New Orleans showed up a little bit against the Bucks here lately. But, look, the Panthers are throwing the ball 31 times a game, the last 30 times a game. And look, if they're going to do that, then you already know Tedero McMillan is a guy. Xavier Legette, maybe, kind of 6'7". I don't know. But like Jalen Coker seems like a guy who could be a guy in line for, 6 to 8 targets, like you said. So if that happens, then, yeah, I'm looking at a Jalen Coker. I don't know if he would be a definite league winner, but he could definitely, you could do worse, especially
if he can help you.
If you're in one of those situations where you got a banged up wide receiver. T. Higgins is now being evaluated for a concussion again, and did you see that hit? Did you see how hard his head hit? Oh, man,
yeah. Which is crazy that he came back in the game after that, like, and then it happened again, like that.
Well, that's I guess another story. I don't.
Yeah.
They can overlook things, unfortunately, man. It's sad.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I like the Coker. Coker's cool. He's cool with me.
Makes sense. So yeah, we all got guys on here we like, and then to the next one. Next, position. Tight ends. Tight end position. Here we go. Right. Harold Fannin. Guy that been saying for quite some time, make sure you keep him on your benches. Found a time to showcase himself. I called it before the game this past week that Shedeur loves throwing to Harold Fannin. And I was like, if it was going to be any player on the Browns to really break out, it'd be him this week. And we got 60 points in that game combined between the Titans and the Browns. Like, what?
Yeah, that was crazy.
So if he's out there in some waiver wires, he's still available in 43% of sleeper leagues. Definitely someone he's high when it comes to the tight ends because he's definitely a tight end one rest of stretch. Some other guys, Isaiah Likely here, showed himself up again. Didn't score that second touchdown, but hey, he's someone that still you can utilize. Taysom Hill, it's like we're just trying to manifest him, and it's just not happening. AJ Barner, like sort of the same thing. It was just, but Seattle, like it was a weird game script for them because it was like Seattle found themselves in a game script that it was a really slow paced game, and all of a sudden Seattle just started putting it on them, and then that's how that went. So, and then Gesicki's on this list because with Cincinnati, like they're pretty much now at the playoff race. So we'll see. Will I rely on him in a deeper format potentially for a touchdown? It's possible because of just the offense. But the rest of the names, Darren Waller, he still has a great schedule for tight ends down the stretch. So if he's somewhat dropped in some leagues, I'd stash him still and play the matchups. Kobe Parkinson, because obviously, Tyler Higbee's still in the IR. And then Gunnar Helm, he disappointed this past week, but he's someone to still keep an eye on from the watch list. So those are the tight ends I got. Johnny, who you like on this list? Who you messing with? Your boy Dalton Schultz? Or
no, like the Harold Fanning call, like I rock with that, like for sure. Like I rock with it. But I like obviously like that's the guy. Like that's the guy. And like I'm gonna assume that like he's not available. So if I assume that he's not available, I'm gonna go with Mike Gesicki, man. Like, because dude, one thing about it, two things for sure. Joe Burrow slices and dices the Baltimore Ravens. Like he has got their number. He has got their number, man. And like what better way to put a stamp on the Baltimore Ravens season than to have Joe Burrow and that group of guys, man, go out there and beat the Ravens yet again in a meaningful game. So, like, I'm manifesting this, like, for him. He was a tight end, too, last week. So, obviously, like, he put in that work for sure. And then, like, if you just think about, like, what it's been like for him, just in general, like, whenever Joe Burrow has been back, like, they have a pretty good chemistry. And, like you mentioned, man, like you mentioned, Tip, like, T. Higgins is in concussion protocol. And if he's in concussion protocol, like, this is either going to be Yoshivis or either it's going to be
Yoshivas.
Same difference. Or Gesicki. And I like Gesicki in this spot here for sure if you're looking at tight end, because you also have to think, right, residual impact on a lot of other positions when you think about guys like Tyler Warren and the injury, obviously, that happened with Daniel Jones. So, like, that's something that, like, you kind of have to plan for in that respect. So, yeah, man. So that's the guy that, like, I would rock with outside of Harold Fanning, because I think, to your point, man, like, I will definitely tip my cap to you, or, that, like, Harold Fanning, that was definitely, like, a great call this season. But Gesicki is where I would go, assuming that Harold Fanning isn't available.
Makes sense. Going back to the chat real quick, Rob was like, do I dare start Shedeur Sanders over Mahomes in the playoffs?
Bro, no, like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Dude, like, what kind of world do we live in where, like, and I, like, not the question, but, like, just the world that, like, we live in this year where, like, right. we're asking that question about Patrick Mahomes, and then we're also, like, asking questions about Justin Jefferson. Like, do we start him, man? Like, this, again, like, what a crazy season, bro. Crazy.
First of all, follow Rob Thomas. I'm going to tell you right now, this is like the first time in a long time that you can actually say I can play Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs with my fantasy team and not have to worry about Andy Reid sitting him down. They have to win. It's like no ifs, ands, or buts. So you're going to get the very best Patrick Mahomes. So I look, last night we saw a good Patrick Mahomes, just a better defense. And, they lost their offensive lineman right there at the beginning of the game. And they already were down Simmons. So that in and of itself, the Texans, that was easy money for them. So as long as they could get pressure to him, which they did most of the night, that was it. So I think that something like Patrick Mahomes has to be locked into you don't go into the playoffs and play Shedeur Sanders, even though he did what he did against Tennessee. You don't do that. You don't do that. You stick with Patrick Mahomes, man.
I agree. Yep. And I was gonna go over that.
So I do dare you. So I do dare you to do it. I do dare you to do it. I do dare you. Dare you.
Oh boy, definitely dare you for sure. That's
man.
Let us know how it goes.
Right.
So speaking of the Colts situation, Riley Leonard is now week to week. Talk about breaking news, Johnny. Week to week now. Good Lord. Who is the third string? Because Anthony Richardson is on IR.
Probably Jonathan Taylor, probably.
I know, right? No. Tyler Warren, baby.
That's right. No, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Tyler Warren, baby.
You're right.
Oh boy.
Well, no,
Phillip Rivers in town.
Yeah, right.
Phillip Rivers starts in week 15 of 2025.
God, it has to be Joe Flacco. It has to be Joe Flacco. It's got.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I seen that today. Like I seen that.
I saw that today earlier too, and I was like, it makes
Joe
perfect
Flacco
sense.
was asking for.
Yep.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers, that would be wild, bro. That would be must see TV, bro. 5 years you've been out of the league, man.
All right. Hey, maybe better stand over on that sideline, man, with that clipboard and them headphones on and that tablet. That's what he better do.
Look, you trying to get in diapers sooner? Like,
man, thank you,
bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, they don't. Technically, the Colts, I don't think have another quarterback.
They don't
on the roster.
They don't right now.
Wow. Man, what's homeboy's name? What's homeboy's name that's doing the cell phone commercials, man? That's been on like 17 teams. What's his name?
Johnson. Josh Johnson.
Yeah, Josh Johnson. They're gonna mess around and have Josh Johnson out there, man. Hell.
Man, look.
Go pick up Dobbs too, Joshua Dobbs.
Or, another UT guy, man, Hendon Hooker. I don't know. I think he's on Carolina's he's on Carolina's practice squad. I can't even believe this is where we're at, bro. Wow.
Unreal. This is so bad.
This is
so bad. Any other thoughts here for tight end tip?
Dalton Schultz, man. Like I am a big Dalton Schultz believer. The Texans got to win, and he had a touchdown yesterday. He had it called back because of a penalty. But CJ Stroud happens. I mean, he looks for Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz has been doing it most of the season, especially. That's why I was so big on him in Scott Fishbowl, because I was just like, dude's going to rack up targets like crazy, and that's what he's been doing. And he racks up targets. He gets catches. Doesn't really get in the end zone a lot, but when you need it, he'll get in there. But I think Dalton Schultz, if you're in a PPR pinch, then I'm definitely going with him. He's the one that screams out loudly on this
Fair
list.
enough.
Everybody sticking to their guns. I like it.
Yeah.
Gets Arizona this week, so the matchup's there.
Arizona's a very good matchup. Yep, very good matchup against Titans.
So, look, Monday Night Football, baby. Eagles, Giants. Let me double check to make sure the line didn't move.
I think it did to like one. I think it like on DraftKings. I think it went to 1.5.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. Like I'd look and see it at 1.5.
That's interesting. Waiting to queue it up. Yeah, you're right. Went to 1.5. Ooh,
yeah.
Boy. That is interesting. I'll tell you that much.
Trust me, I know. So I'm gonna lean into it. I'm just gonna lean into it.
Well, I know, Tip, you got to go, right?
Yeah.
Let you go, brother. Listen,
appreciate the love, bro.
For everybody here tonight, where they can find your work at. at all
man.
format
Okay.
places.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you do. You got to tell everybody where everybody can find you at.
Nah, I do. Yeah, so at Tip Major, you see it there. Football guys, you can find my work there. You can find my work at Rotoballer. I do spaces every Sunday morning at 11:30. We answer lineup questions, start sit questions, whatever type of fantasy football question you have, come back up there, ask it. We have Scott the King Engel on there. We have Greg Kellogg on there, Ronnie Evans. We usually bring a writer from Rotoballer on, so it's a big fun mess that we like to call it, man. So it's a lot of fun. And then the sports affiliation, I do a Thursday checkdown show every Thursday night at 6:15. We talk AI, 6:30. I'm sorry, we talk AI, and I do an AI article for them as well. And then last but not least, I do a show with my guy Natter every Wednesday at 8:00 Central. And we just have fun and just talk football. That's it. Peace, guys.
The Natter shows are fun.
Yeah,
they are. They are. I remember. Yeah, they are. That guy's hilarious. I remember.
Natter's a mess.
Yeah.
I be having to calm his dash down sometimes. Natter, you can't say certain stuff on like there. No, not with me on here.
Yeah.
He doesn't co-sign that.
Right. I'll be quick to be like, no.
I love it.
All right, guys. Peace, fellas.
All right,
enjoy this game, man. It should be a good one, right?
Who you got before you leave? Who you got?
Oh, man. I think the Chargers need it like big time. They got to have this game. And I think with Herbert being hurt, I think we really, really see a run-heavy approach from them. We haven't really seen that much of the year. It's been more pass. But I think this game is going to be really, really run-heavy. They don't want to get into a shootout. Although Philly doesn't seem like a team that can really shoot out, but they can.
They're not going to.
They can, but they don't want to get in. They don't want to get down on Philly. Like they want to keep this game as close as possible, grind it out. But I just think Philadelphia's going to still win it. Dude. It's going to be one of those. I want to say it's like a 13-10 game, and watch it end up being like 26-30, or like a really high score game. But I don't know, man. The way Philadelphia's offense has been up and down, and you got Jesse Minter over there. I think that he can do some things in the pass game to stop Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, at least hold him a little bit. So yeah. I still think it's Philly's going to win it, man. But I think it's going to be really tight, really good game though. Like kind of like last night. That's kind of what I think.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that too.
Peace, fellas.
All right, appreciate the love, bro. Have a good one, man.
Pleasure is ours, brother. Take care.
All right, peace.
All right, people. That was Tip Major. At Tip Major on X. Please check out all of his work. You know what I'm saying? Tip is an amazing human being. Always a pleasure speaking with him and talking ball with him. We got now is the Monday Night Football matchup between the Eagles and the Chargers. It just went up a point too now. So now over-under is 42.5 now. That's why you check before you get up. But that being said, Eagles now, a -1.5 favorite going on the road to Los Angeles. Both teams 8-4. In terms of this matchup, like as Johnny gets started, the showdown lineup up, like as far as these two teams go, like what Tip was saying makes some sense. I think both of these teams are going to want to look to establish the run early, and not get into like a crazy shootout. The matchups between I'm looking at is really, can the Eagles really, their run defense has been pretty trash the last few weeks, and I expect the Chargers to run the football at least to start. And then we don't know how healthy Herbert truly is coming into this matchup. So I think that's where I think both teams look to try to establish a run early. This could be a game where it could just get a little bit boring, like similar to last night, where both teams, have relatively good rosters, but at the same time, like, we'll see how it goes. But the overall, hand injury for Herbert, he's officially going to be active, obviously. So he's gonna have to throw the football a little bit to win this game. So we'll see. I'm going to take the Eagles, though. I think the Eagles, to me, is one of those teams that they always deal with a lot of pressure and stress when it comes to the media. And in spots like this, I know the Chargers may need it a bit more, but in terms of Philadelphia and in terms of their route to the number one seed for the NFC, like it starts in the matchup tonight in an environment where, Los Angeles is still, for the Chargers, like they don't have the craziest home base. So you could probably see a few more Eagles fans out there than normal. But I think in terms of how this matchups go, like I know the Chargers' pass defense secondary is really stout. So the only way the Eagles are going to get this done is by their running ability. I think Saquon Barkley, I think that's where it starts. Saquon Barkley. I know A.J. Brown's been demanding the ball a lot more. He's been doing things through the air a ton more with Hurts, but it definitely starts with the ground game for Barkley and Hurts. I think it starts there, and I think it ends there. For the Chargers side, for keys to win for them, really is going to have to, get that ground game going at first, but then also look for Keenan Allen, the mismatch. Look for, Lab Conkey out there tonight. Like both of those guys, they're going to have to be really busy tonight, and they're going to have to get, QJ, one deep ball down the field in order to really open up the rest of their offense. So we'll see what happens. But I'm taking the Eagles. I'm taking the over. I do think that the over has some decent value here. I realistically think this should be like a 46.5 spot because I do believe in both quarterbacks. And if the Chargers get up early, that does put the Eagles in more of a situation to keep on throwing. And because normal tendencies, they don't like to always throw the football all the time. So that's what I got, along with a few other props that I got for y'all before we get to the showdown slate. Keenan Allen, over 3.5 catches. Like I said, like him and Lad McConkey going to have to be really busy tonight in the short and intermediate game in order to open things up for this offense. So definitely taking overall Keenan Allen here. Just the matchups there in terms of how the Eagles, they play some man, but they have been playing some more zone lately. So taking Keenan Allen with the 3.5 catches over. Next I got here is Saquon Barkley, over 2.5 catches. Barkley has hit this line in the last few matchups for Barkley. And because of how the overall scheme for the Chargers go, they keep everything underneath. They don't allow too many deep balls. They're going to have, for the Eagles, they're going to have to get Barkley going any way they can. And I do think that starts with getting some check down passes to him. I'm looking for hopefully more targets underneath just because of how, the Chargers play a ton of too high shell along with a mix of cover 4. So at times the deep ball won't be there, but short and intermediate should be there. Next, a value. Amarian Hampton, 40+ rush yards or more. Look, he's hit this line in 4 of the last games before he had injury. And again, this is a value line, in my opinion, because I know the Eagles are pretty tough against the run in some ways, but also they can be very vulnerable to the run as well. And because of Herbert and the injury, I expect Jim Harbaugh to kind of protect him a little bit. So I do like that line, 40+ yards or rush yards or more, and that's plus money on DraftKings. And then lastly, Jalen Hurts, 30+ rush yards. I just expect Jalen Hurts to, at sometimes, scramble out the pocket and get to this line pretty easily. So that's the 4 I got for y'all tonight. While Johnny has got these showdown lineup here, he's going to tell us what he's cooking with.
Yeah. So we got 8 minutes. So obviously put a little bit of thought into this before we got on, just about doing a little bit of research. Chargers and Eagles have only played once, and I think it was Jalen Hurts. His rookie season that he played, and he had like 100. Yeah, he had like 162, 180 something yards, something like that. And like a lot of that yardage went to Devontae Smith. So I'm feeling good about that. I know obviously like some things have changed, right? But one of the things that definitely happens is history tends to repeat itself. So I'm going to go back to Devontae Smith, as you mentioned, man. A.J. Brown has been very demonstrative about getting the ball, in the passing game. And I think like, kind of to some of your points, man, the Eagles want to get up so that way they can come after Justin Herbert, right? Like with the injury. But obviously no Jalen Carter tonight. So I think there's a space as well.
Yeah, that was in my notes for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's cool, bro.
Oh, bro, good call.
No Jalen Carter tonight. So I think like obviously like that kind of opens things up for the run game as you mentioned. Kind of stepped off and did like my own thing with some props. Obviously, Devontae Smith is a guy that like I like in that space. I think 60 yards or more. I got Omarion Hampton. Like you're not wrong, bro. Like there's some value there as far as like the prop side, like 12 carries. I feel like the perfect world, Omarion Hampton should probably get 12 to 15 carries tonight. So anyway, so I got Devontae Smith in the captain spot, followed by Jalen Hurts, Omarion Hampton, and Kamani Vidal, because I think like he just doesn't go away in this space. Like I think like he should probably find some kind of work, even if it's just the fact that Omarion Hampton is got like trying to get some cardio back, right? Maybe that's the thing. And then Dallas Goedert, man, I kind of like him low key tonight too, man. So I might, if I can get this done here pretty quick, I'll probably circle back around and try to see if I can't get it on a little Dallas Goedert as far as the prop side goes. And then really it's about the last piece here, man. We got 6,200. So let me give you the honors tonight, man. We were almost able to get back to Keenan Allen because I do like him tonight as well. He actually had a big game the last time these two teams played.
Keenan Allen's price tag.
He's 6,600. We can't get to him. So we can go to a Rondé Gadsden at 58. But although the Eagles have done pretty good against tight ends this year. So, I mean, we can get into the specials game. We can get into the specials game or Rondé Gadsden the second. Those are pretty much our two options.
I was going to go Gadsden, honestly. Cool. If we're expecting the Chargers to kind of throw from find themselves in a pass game script, makes sense. Cool. For me, the contrarian captain spot is Omarion Hampton because if he gets the full workload,
that's fair.
Things get scary, but obviously it's a risk.
Yeah, big risk.
Obviously it's a risk, but scared money don't make no money. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say. That's the word on the street. So I'm going to hit smash on this, man. I'm going to hit smash on this lineup again. I'm going to go Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, Omarion Hampton, Kamani Vidal, Dallas Goedert, and Rondé Gadsden the second with 5 minutes left. So we got that right there. That's what I got, man, tonight in that space, man. So
great work, brother. So we're both in agreement with the Eagles tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm riding with the Eagles tonight. Like I think Tip hit on a lot of like really good points, man. Like the one thing I think like Jalen Hurts has two interceptions all year long. Like like this is what it is like with this offense, right? And I think Saquon Barkley, like I like the receiving prop, man. Like I think he's running back 6. He was running back 16 going into this week. So obviously not exactly like what we wanted from him, but like the one thing is like the volume's there. And if you happen to limp into the playoffs with Saquon Barkley on your roster, he's got a pretty sweet playoff schedule. So my brother was like, oh, he's like, should I make this trade? And I think it was Saquon. He had Saquon and Jake Ferguson for Kyren Williams and Ted McMillan. And I was like, nah, bro, like I'm hanging tight just because Saquon's playoff schedule. And now, if CeeDee Lamb is out next week, you got Jake Ferguson in a really good spot. And like, it's going to be money, but anyway, not about me. So yeah, that's what I got, man.
Sounds great to me, my guy. Shoot.
Yeah.
For real. Let's see. Yeah. Was this the three horsemen?
All we need is the fourth. All we need is the fourth mystery man. Who's it going to be? I think Hayward. The only problem is
swords up, right? You put those swords up.
I think the only problem, Hayward, is that the general public would think that it was you, and they'd probably be pretty damn right. Woo!
I can't, yo. Well, that does it for us here. We are going to talk about what do you need for Monday Night Miracles, though. Any Monday Night Miracles you need, Johnny? Any wishes?
I need QJ, man, to do something good for me tonight, man. So I can continue my my broken down journey in the Fans Classic qualifier is really what I need. Other than that, everything is pretty much like in place for me. Either I'm in or I'm out. So like, tonight is what it is. Actually, I do need the scheme to be relatively low scoring because I think I'm like plus 12.5 on the Scott Fishbowl line. You guys know, like I've been pretty adamant about making some noise in that space. So please throw a prayer up for your boy tonight. Let's have some touchdowns from some obscure people on some really crazy trick plays that don't even mean nothing. Shit, give me all special teams touchdowns tonight, and I'll be Gucci. You know what I mean? Oh shoot.
Probably 24 point PPR points for AJ Brown to stay number 1 seed. But really doesn't matter if I win or lose, just more about the points. So give me more points, baby. But yeah, I mean, look, Jalen Hurts to come through, which he should. And yeah, Marion Hampton too, baby. We starting him in a few spots tonight just for the points.
Yeah,
we out
man,
here.
The only one I got him in, man, like I'm done with, man. Like, I remember a time when, I was like, like this is the move right here. It's just go after Marion Hampton versus Ashton Tinty. And it was looking good, man, until the injury. It was looking damn good until the injury. And then here we are. So
it was
looking damn good, man. But, great news, man. We're all good to go, man. Like we'll be good to go all the way throughout the playoffs, man. So we'll be good to go, brother. So and we're almost at the tail end of these Monday night shenanigans, man. Like we ain't got too many more. Well, the only reason why I say that is because obviously I was talking to Mrs. Marable, and she was like, she's like, I've done good. And I said, you have. I said, you've done fantabulous this year. Fantabulous. So we only got a couple more Monday nights, man. The rest of them are all Sundays, bro. So I know it's kind of a Debbie Downer, man. Like
bad face, because that's how you know the season's winding down to an end, yo.
Bro, it is like, dude, like I'm telling you, man, here, dude, it has been like, it was 2 days ago, man. It was like 0 degrees, bro. 0. Like I went out to start my car and it was 0. I was like, man,
that's how you know the season's about to be over.
Exactly. And then like last night we're like, all right, like everything's cool. And like actually we were doing the pod and I hear the plow truck go by. I was like,
oh no.
But nobody said it was gonna snow. So
but nobody said it was gonna snow.
Hey. Hey.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Yeah.
I can't with you.
All right, I'm gonna shut up, man, so we can get to this game, man. I'm hyped for it, man. Let's go.
Yo. Let's do it, man. That was the final thoughts as well. So we out of here, yo. We'll see you guys Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern.
Sunday night, baby. Y'all trying to hear me sing that Jodeci?
Yeah. You want to check your boy out 45 minutes on
that's right. Yeah.
With your boy Bob Harris and the gang. Like, we're gonna be out there talking football, getting y'all ready even more for the week 15 and the rest of the playoffs. So give your boy a shout. That being said, again, myself and Johnny, next time you'll see these pretty faces is Sunday, 10:30 a.m. EST. We out of here. Peace.